back. Stick with me cooking. We've went on a 2-year hiatus. Unemployed in Greenland. To basically perfect our craft at what we're doing. You'll see higher quality videos, better food, better techniques, and the 2-year hiatus was all for you guys.
You're definitely not going to see any videos recorded in really bad resolution from a cell phone camera.
Exactly. Or any mold-infested barbecues or exploding pans. Because we've seen that before. So anyway, today we're just going to get into it. I don't feel like I owe you guys any explanation. We're just going to let the food speak for itself.
But before anything else, just to make sure, this is all 100% unscripted, raw footage.
Unscripted. We're just going for it. And I hope that's
so, the main question is, what shall you be cooking this evening, since it's about 1 in the morning?
So today I'm going to be making an Asian skillet classic. It's just going to be teriyaki beef, and I'm actually using beef carne asada.
From Winco.
Yep. And then it's just going to be some teriyaki and rice and a little bit of pepper things in it, and you'll see. But so first, you're going to turn your water on a little bit like this on hot, because you're going to need hot water in a minute. So you're going to open this. If your meat smells bad, don't use it. And that goes a few different ways. No, but seriously, carne asada, just raw animal meat.
Fresh off the bone.
Fresh off the bone. You have to excuse my cutting board. It's loud and obnoxious. So, see? So basically what we're going to do is you're going to cut this. First of all, get rid of all the big ass, sorry, family show. The big things of fat. Not that it wouldn't taste incredible, but it's 2011, people. That's just not what we need.
Go Ducks, by the way.
You know? Yes. And so, once you've gotten the meat properly pruned, what we're going to do is we're going to cut them into about 1 by 1 or 1 inch strips, like so.
Man, that noise is really hard on the ears.
It's loud, but it's worth it. Yeah. Meanwhile, you didn't see it, but it was
in the works.
It happened before, but you want to have your pan on high with some olive oil in it to where it just covers the whole surface. Okay?
Unless you have those special Teflon pans that don't need it.
Right.
But most people don't have that.
So, after you get the strips, you're going to cut them into little bite-sized pieces. That's really your preference. If you like big things of meat in your mouth, then
more power to you.
Awesome. And if you're a girl, call me.
You motherfuckers.
So, we're just going to get this meat cut, and we'll be back in a minute.
And we're back.
And we're back. So, the meat has been cut. Pan is hot.
Very hot.
So, in we go. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen.
That's quite the harmony.
Let's get all of this. Now, here's where it really gets crazy. We're going to start with a little pepper. Yep. Bam. Lowry seasoning salt. Bam. 5th season garlic powder that I've had since I was like 5.
Never gone through the whole bottle yet.
Nope. Okay.
For those of you that are doing the math, that is an 18-year-old bottle of garlic powder.
All right,
Still
so
good.
We're getting browned a little bit. Get all those spices mixed in.
Let it soak
And
in
then-
its own stuff.
Teriyaki based and glaze. Honey and pineapple. This is my special little thing because most people wouldn't put this in.
This is what gives it some of that extra Islander flavor.
Not just Islander, but we're going for the whole teriyaki thing, and this is just a great teriyaki sauce. Also, most important thing to me, Bangkok Padang peanut sauce. A little bit on the spicy side, but so is life.
And that's
So-
the one, Mav. That's the
silver
silver tuna.
Yep. So, we mix all this up here. And
Which is all just disappear.
And so we're going to let that cook. Oh, yes. Okay.
While it's cooking, do you have anything important to say to anybody?
I always have important things to say.
What do you got?
Number one, cover your meat. And that's not just with cooking. Too many kids out there.
Thin out the population a little.
2, no, but actually, seriously, most people cooking this, the most popular way of cooking meat before you put other stuff in is just to brown it, and then it'll cook, you know, as the other stuff cooks. I actually cook it almost all the way through, to where you can barely see any red. Now, here's where the things come in. Because, hold on, I'll be right back. So, my fellow Americans, remember when I told you to turn the water on so it was hot and steamy before we started this? This is why. So, this is a package of basically what it is rice, uncooked rice, and a bunch of seasoning,
Stuff.
yeah, I mean, you'll see when I dump it out. So this is about ready. See how it's barely red? Mostly cooked all the way through. So what I do, the seasoning is on the bottom. So I let the rice out. I let the rice out. Okay. And then, with my already hot water, because I thought ahead, you're going to put 2 cups of water in. But I always go a little bit less. You're going to put this in, which, if you don't know how cooking works, water, steam, cooking rice, that's just how the world works. And then the rest of the seasoning. If you want to throw in vegetables, other stuff, feel free to. I'm just doing the quick run through. And then you just want to stir in all your powdered seasonings. Okay. Very, very simple. Okay. I'm going to bring that to boil. We'll be right back after these messages from whoever paid us to put their thing on in between our videos. See you. And we're back. Stick With Me Cooking Show. Please subscribe if you haven't yet, because you're not going to want to miss anything. So, we let it simmer 15 minutes and 34 seconds. And this is what we get.
in all of its splendor.
Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen. This is how humans are made.
Humans are made by using carne asada.
Yep.
With 18-year-old garlic.
You're just going to want to put that in a bowl, on a plate.
In a burrito.
In a backpack, around a pencil. Throw it over a rainbow. Whatever you want to do.
Maybe on a ring of keys.
Yep. Or put it on an aardvark's back and throw bacon at it. Whatever you want to do. Put it on a trident and throw it across Stats Lake and hit Greg Jungworth in the eyeball while he's riding an Eskimo.
I mean, maybe you even want to feed it to your grandma and then pour
Yes.
hot water on her elbows.
Put the meat inside of her dentures. And then watch her knit a sweater while making a pie.
And then put her armpit inside of a toaster.
Yep. And
No,
then
that is physically impossible.
Put some glass cleaner in between some Fruit Loops. And,
On top of the ceiling fan.
So anyway, finished product, put it on a plate, eat it. I don't got to show you that much. And it's been a pleasure. We're just going to call this episode 1. Because I feel like the last stuff, it's not our favorites. You can watch it. But keep in mind, we were amateurs very much so. And now we are still amateurs. We are all students of the game. But we have progressed significantly. And that will show in our dishes. So, that being said, subscribe. Thank you for coming. This will be most likely the setting for most of them. We might do some special guests. We might do some different locations on occasion, but this will probably be the home kitchen. And yeah, so thank you for tuning in. We will try. Let's be realistic. Let's try to have one up once a week.
Roughly.
Because the last time we did 6 episodes, and we said we were going to have 100 4 years ago. So let's try to do one a week. That might be pushing it. We'll see. That should be realistic. Once a week.
We'll inform you through bulletins on our page, letting you know if anything's up.
And other than that, stick with me cooking the show. That's about it. Bonjour. And here comes the punchline of the show. Great.